Nintendo ending Wi-Fi for the Wii and DS. End of the era. Moviefone finally gets shut down after 25 years. We have a release date for Watch Dogs for May 27th. iOS 7.1. Is it worth the upgrade? And the new Muppet movie is out. So are we going to go watch it? All that and more on Tech for Dummies. I'm your host, Darren Quick. Follow me and my co-host, Dustin, on Tech for Dummies at blogger.com and wordpress.com. There you can leave comments and questions about the show, and also I will leave the show notes there too. And watch previous episodes on YouTube. And Dust,
like always, I've made it another day, ladies and gentlemen. I've made it another month. I'm the co-host, Dustin Tanner. You can follow me on Twitter. No one uses Twitter in this area. Let's just go right into the news. What is up in the tech world today, Darren?
All right. First thing, well, let's start off with this. The Amazon Prime is going to go up now from $79 to almost $100 for the whole year. Ouch.
Ouch. Really ouch. Let me tell you something about Amazon Prime. Let me tell you about something about Amazon Prime. I'm gonna move so I can make hand motions here, because the hand motions are part. If you use Amazon Prime the way I use Amazon Prime, the $99 would pay itself off, because you know, $99 is not that much, but you get free 2-day shipping on thousands of items. Like the shoes I'm wearing under this table that you can't see, 2-day shipping, and it's so convenient to be able to be like, especially on a Tuesday or Wednesday, it's like, I need something by the weekend. Boom, get it shipped Prime. Boom, get it shipped Prime. I've probably saved about $150 using Amazon Prime. So is this going to be a big pinch in my wallet? Not really. Another thing to consider with Prime is I will be renewing at $99 also.
I probably would.
But another thing is their video streaming has gotten a lot better. And they have,
my God, the video streaming is 5 to 10 times better than Hulu or Netflix alone.
It's very good. I was watching this show called Drunk History on not Netflix, on Amazon Prime, and it worked really well. I love Amazon Prime. I love the video about it, and they're just adding more to it. They're adding more to their repertoire of stuff.
What I like about Amazon Prime is I get to watch the old TV shows that I grew up watching. And you don't get a chance to watch anymore. By the way, I've been catching up on Archer too, so.
Yeah, I've been
on
I need to catch up on my
Archer.
Archer. I've missed a few of my Archers.
I've been catching up on Archer season 1 through 4. I've been watching that.
So,
and Star Trek and all of them.
You know, I'm not really concerned about it going up $20, and I think it's a good idea for it to go up $20, because that way they can continue to make the money they need to make on it, and it's still relatively cheap. It's only $100. That's not bad for Amazon Prime.
No, the only time I would stop if it gets up to about, let's say, actually over $100.
I think if it gets $120, that's where I think you'll hear a little pushback.
What was the actual price that they wanted?
It was $79.
They wanted it up to about $120. I think it was $130.
And the thing about it is that it's all about how much do you use it. If
we use
it enough.
We use it a lot.
Then it works. So it all depends on how much you use it. And if you use it enough, it'll work great. Now, if you want to talk about using something that's a pain, shall we move on to our next story?
Yeah. Is it Comcast?
Well, I don't.
Or were you?
Well, do you enjoy terrible customer service? Do you like wait times and windows between 9 to 3 in the afternoon? Do you enjoy being put on hold forever? Well, guess what, cable fans? Your life just got better. Comcast and Time Warner, it's Time Warner, right?
Yeah, it's Time.
Are merging to create, well, you know what the Death Star looks like? Make one that's bigger and just more terrible. This is the just the death of any. I just hate Comcast, and I've dealt with Comcast before, but Fairpoint isn't better. All the cable providers, Comcast is the best, but they're the only one in this community that can provide anything, which is fine by me. We're a public access station. I'm cool with that.
I'm great. I'm happy.
I mean, I like Comcast, and I don't like it kind of shocked me because Time Warner has been not doing well, and they were looking to get bought out. And I thought the leader on that was not Comcast, but the other company.
Dish.
No, it wasn't Dish. Charter. But Comcast came in and just outbid Charter, just undercut them.
Yeah.
Well, not overcut them in the sense of we can offer more for blah blah blah. But this is going to be very interesting because remember when AT&T and T-Mobile tried merging?
Yeah.
That was blocked by the government. It'll be very interesting to see if this actually goes through. But for $45 billion, that's a pretty decent.
$45.2 billion in stocks of Time Warners.
But Comcast has gone on a rage recently. They bought NBC. Comcast bought NBC.
Yes.
And now they're buying Time Warner. Like, what is next for Comcast? Like, what is next for Comcast? What are they gonna buy now? And it's I guess it's a little scary because you can see that Comcast could then get out of certain things, and if a company has too much power, then it hurts everyone else.
It's starting to hurt people like us out here because Comcast has the monopoly over cable.
Well, that's the thing.
If you want to switch to another cable company other than Comcast, you don't have that option. The only other option is the satellite. And
that's the thing, that it's either satellite or Comcast, and that's one of those things where it's like there's such a monopoly up in this area, and there's such monopolies everywhere right now that it's not good. It's not good for everyone.
It's the reason why Charter won't come out here is because it's Comcast. They said, why do we need to put Charter cable out here when we're using the same lines? Why put our lines out here? Mm-hmm. They don't want to use it. So it's
that's the thing, and that's along with Fairpoint. The situation up in Vermont is definitely different from some other situations because Fairpoint and Comcast and all that's a little iffy. But it's just the fact that there were a lot of good jokes made about, if you looked at some of the jokes that came out, it's like, be ready to be on hold for 6 hours. And College Humor did this thing. I really want to just pick up your pen and start writing. College Humor did this thing where they did, if a Subway or if a sandwich shop was ran like a cable company, and it was hilarious. It's like, oh, we can't offer you this. What about this sandwich? Oh, well, you missed your call time for that sandwich, so now you have to wait in the back of the line again. And because I'm not that much of an adult, I've only been alive for 19 years, coming up on 20. July 21st, the best day of the year, right, Chris? I haven't dealt with Comcast that much, but when I've dealt with Fairpoint and Comcast on the phone, it's just like, just kill me. Just kill me. Literally, just kill me. Like, I would rather...
The most time I've ever been on hold was an hour, and that was for Major League Baseball.
Why were you on hold in Major League Baseball for an hour?
Because I wanted it. It's like, okay. At that point, I had the phone on the table. It's like,
there's not one.
Still on hold? Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's pretty much it for Comcast. What's next on the rundown? Well, the list.
Okay. Let's see. I got Amazon. I got that. How about do iOS 7.1? The new iOS 7.1 operating system is out for the Apple users, and I've heard mixed reviews so far about it.
What's an apple? What's an apple? Does it go apple? Can you eat it? Can you eat it? Okay, I'll stop playing dumb now because I am actually an Apple person. I'm just going to show everyone what I think of Apple.
Is it true that they have upgraded with the new operating systems, that the apps are not crashing as fast?
Here's the kicker. Before the new iOS update, there was a loophole that they could steal your credit card information. So, just going to make the little face palm over here.
Oh, that one, yeah. I was going to talk about that.
But the fact that they didn't address it right off and that it took so long to get a fix out for it makes me go, what? Huh? Huh? Yeah. Bright lights, question marks, who am I? It works better. I wasn't having problems with my Apple devices before, so I'm not really noticing anything different from the update. But it... What's it? Tired. But Apple, my issue with Apple is like, if you're gonna release a new iOS, do it right. Make it some. Well, we're already on 7.1. That means we've had 7.01, 7.02, 7.03, 7. We've already released 9 updates. This has only been out since like October. Like, hopefully this will be the last one they have to release until they get ready to do 8. And the thing about 8 is that this will lead me right into the iPad 2 story that, and this is breaking news, so breaking that Darren didn't know about it when I came in today. Apple has decided to discontinue the iPad 2, and they're replacing it with the iPad 4. This is big because you're going from a 32-pin to a Lightning now.
Yeah.
I'm a huge supporter of Lightning because my iPhone charges quick. My sister's iPod charges quick. But on the other hand, I work at a high school where every student, we do the one-to-one tech initiative. Every student has an iPad. This is going to make it a pain because now we'll have like 100 kids with iPad 2s, and then we'll have 100 kids with iPad 4s, and then what if kids lose their chargers? Those chargers are not cheap. And this probably means, I'm no expert, I don't know what Apple's thinking, but iOS 8, odds are, it won't support the iPad 2 because Apple phases out its products. Like with every product moved, a new product gets phased out. The last iOS, was it the iPhone 3 or the iPhone 4? No.
3.
I think it was the iPhone 3S that got bumped out because Apple made it. They always try to.
After like, what, 5 or 6 years, they just stopped production.
It's around 4 or 5. After like 3 or 4 years, they stopped the production. Then they kick the device off at some point because there'll be iPad 2s for sale for forever, y'all. You know, but it's the fact that it won't be supported at a certain point, and it's I want to say forced. It's not regression, but it's forced. I guess a forcing of your adaptation, meaning, oh, you have an iPhone 3. Well, guess what? You have to buy the newest device because we're not going to support your phone at all. It's a sleazy way of doing business, but it's business, so it's the best way of doing business. So I'm actually looking into getting an iPad mini, believe it or not. If you have an iPad 2, trade it in now. I can get $149 for my iPad 2 on Amazon trade-in. Gonna do that, gonna turn that around, put that towards a mini.
Towards a mini, you still gotta pay about $50 for it?
I'm gonna get
60.
Well, I have to get a 32 gigabyte with Wi-Fi or with 4G because my cell phone is in an iPad I have right now. So, it's a pretty decent deal, but it's just the fact that schools that are investing in iPad 2s are about to lose their hindsight. Yeah, because of this deal. So,
iPad 4 alone about what?
Now I think we
$300 a piece.
I think we mentioned something else that's about to be discontinued that is far more important than those little dinky iPads. Take this one away, man. I know you like this one.
Yeah, this one's for us old fogies. It's the end of the era for the Moviefone. We all remember this one. You picked up your phone and you dialed 1-800, I think it was 1-800 movies or something like that, and you listened to an operator to get you the time, the theater of a certain movie. It was even in an episode of Seinfeld. And after 25 years, it is finally going to be shut down due to lack of use, basically. Now people nowadays use the internet instead of the Moviefone, so it's the end of the era for that thing.
Well, it goes great to your point of it's being shut down because of lack of use, because I have never used Moviefone in my life.
I used it once.
The only thing I know about it is that it was on a Seinfeld episode, actually, and the story was, hello, welcome to Moviefone. For movie selections in your area, press 1 now.
Beep.
To see the movie at this time, press 1 now.
Beep.
What theaters? Press and
you just kept going.
Yeah, you could just keep going and going and going and going and going and going.
It's just the end of an era that people that we no longer rely on using our regular landlines now is
I think
because
this,
right there, that's the killer of the Moviefone right there.
I think this thing, Moviefone.
If we can do
Well,
it.
see, Siri will just find me movies. See, I found a few movies. See, so you don't, Siri, your mobile devices.
Nowadays.
Killing the Moviefone.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's kind of cool, the nostalgia feeling of, when is it shutting down? Did they give a shutdown date?
I think it shut down the last month.
Last month it shut down already? I was going to try to use Moviefone one more time. Well, I guess I have to go, Siri. I just wanted to pull, did I have this phone last time I was on the show?
I think you did.
It's a 5S. I have the 5S, the newest, shiniest of the Apple products. My tech review on that will, it's amazing, pretty much, enough said. What else is on our to-do list today, sir?
All right, let's do one more thing of shutting. Seems like there's a lot of people discontinuing things this month.
It's the month of the discontinue.
Another thing is being discontinued. The Nintendo Wii and DS internet for multiplayer service will be shut down worldwide May 20th. This means as of May 20th, Nintendo Wi-Fi connections that serve the original Wii and DS units will be turned off to the internet multiplayer games and many others.
Now, is there a reason why they're doing that? Or what is the thinking behind that?
I'm thinking it's just because of the fact that nobody uses it anymore for multiplayer.
Really?
Online.
So it's just died?
It's just
gone and died?
They're just going to shut it off.
Similar to Moviefone. You can now play games on this as well.
Yeah.
Science.
Wi-Fi, but they're not shutting off the Wi-Fi connection to the YouTube or my favorite, Amazon or any place like that. They will keep it going for Netflix, Hulu, in their Wii Shop channel, internet channel, and YouTube.
So they're really going to just keep the things that people are using for the most part, and then they're just going to dump the rest, which sounds like a good move for Nintendo.
Yeah. The DS will be unplugged.
Well, you know,
soon.
That's just a part of the sad death of Nintendo. Nintendo!
Gonna be, yeah, they're gonna. I'm thinking they're slowly dying out. There ain't much left of them.
Well, they have the legacy. There's another story I have for video gaming for dummies.
Just save that for video gaming for dummies.
If you want to move on to whatever's next on your list now.
Oh God, we've nailed other than Facebook.
I have some stuff to talk about Facebook, but let's
other than Facebook turning 10 this year.
Yeah, but we don't really. It's Facebook. Nobody cares. So, how about we kick it out to our public service announcement, right?
Yeah.
I almost said TSA or NSA there, but that wouldn't have been right. So we're going to kick you out to our public service announcement for this month, and we'll be right back.
Be a fan of courage.
Be a fan of dignity.
Be a fan of pride.
Be a fan of confidence.
Be a fan of fun.
Be a fan of Special Olympics.
To support some of the most inspiring athletes you'll ever see, please visit SpecialOlympics.org, where you can volunteer, support, coach, or sign up to compete.
I'm a fan. Be a fan, too.
welcome back. As always, be a fan, be a supporter, and volunteer for Special Olympics at the local and state level. Join us April 12th and 13th at UVM Patrick Gym for our basketball tournament. I'd like to thank all of you for supporting the Calcutta night. We raised over $6 grand that night.
Woo! $6 grand
towards our uniform and busing. All proceeds to that went towards our funds that we need throughout the year. As always, this month is Spread the Word to End the Word campaign. So let's stop the use of the R word for the rest of the year, and hopefully this will be the last time we'll be needing this campaign. As always, I turn the reins over to Dustin for Gaming for Dummies. Take it away, Dustin.
Power. I was just looking up some stuff. So we're going to take a different flavor for Gaming for Dummies, but first off, spread the word, the end the word. I'm a big supporter of that. I haven't even used the word retarded. It's not even a word it's not cool talking to you, 14-year-old who just learned how to say it, it's not cool. There are a lot better swear words you can use, you didn't hear that from me, that have a better effect and are meaner. So, spread the word, end the word. It's a pretty good thing, good initiative. Hopefully we don't have to have that anymore because it'll be ended. So, in Gaming for Dummies, we have some mobile devices that are cool. There's this game called, not a game, it's an app called Crossfader. Have you ever heard of it?
I think I have.
So what you do, and hopefully this isn't too loud, for those of you who are seeing on the screen, I don't know how big that's showing up on the screen, but it's a little app that you use, and I'll show you how you can screen cap it. And you take 2 songs, and it's a new edition of it, and
you take 2 songs and you make a mix out of them.
You can make a mix. You can make any mix you want, and it's really. It's the best. It's DJing for dummies, literally. You can turn it up like this, then you can do it. And then there's a community of people who, people will follow your crosses. You make crosses as they're called, and there's really like this one. Push it in the Harlem Shake. And there are thousands of songs. Well, I wouldn't say thousands, but hundreds of songs. Is it on
Amazon or Android or iOS?
It's on iOS. I don't know if it's on Amazon because I don't use an Amazon device, but it's one of the really coolest apps. So if you're looking for a little fun for...
Check, I got the simulator or emulator for Android on my computer.
If it's fun... If you like having fun, if you want to and you can plug these in and you can just have them go the whole time too. So that's the first app I want to use in the Gaming for Dummies section. Not really gaming today, just some cool stuff. The second one is this app called Up Coffee. It's an app that you can track your caffeine intake. Now you laugh over there, but for someone like me, I will have multiple cups of soda in a day. I'll have multiple cups of... And for me,
soda, yes.
You can track, you have the options because when you have like coffee, you can be like, you can do, these are your options. You can have a cup of coffee, cup of iced tea, cup of decaf coffee, and it'll track how much caffeine it goes into your veins. And if you can have a sleep target, like right now with the caffeine I consumed, I'll be ready to go to bed at 1:40 a.m. because I've consumed a lot of caffeine. It'll tell you on a little scale of wired, as in you're going into sleep ready, as you can see.
He's pretty wired looking.
I'm a little wired right now, and it's really fun to play with. And it gives you some facts about coffee, and it will track your caffeine consumption. Like, for example, I consume most of my caffeine between 12 o'clock and 4 o'clock in the day. That's 12 to 4. Then I consume my second most between 8 to 12, coffee time. And it's pretty cool. And if you get the Jawbone thingy, it's a little thing you can put around. You can also sync your sleep into this. You can sync a bunch of other things. So you can really track how your body reacts to stuff. And for example, today, I've had a single shot of espresso in a latte. I had a Mountain Dew, a cup of coffee, another Mountain Dew, another Mountain Dew. Jeez. And then yesterday, for example, I had 2 cups of coffee, a caramel macchiato venti from Starbucks, a Mountain Dew. Sunday I had 2 cups of coffee and a Diet Dr. Pepper, and it will track it. which is really sweet. And the way it works is you plug in your weight, you plug in your size, you plug in male or female, and it provides you with really cool bar graphs of your coffee consumption of the day. And I enjoy it. It's a really fun app. And last but not least, I have so many cool apps on here, but are you a Daft Punk fan by any chance?
The only one I like is that their latest Get Lucky.
Well, if you are a Daft Punk fan, you can
buy it, use it, break it, fix it.
It's a soundboard for Daft Punk. You can just do some soundboard stuff, and it is very fun to play with.
Technology.
And that's pretty much what I have for the Gaming for Dummies portion. Mike is looking up the Up Coffee thing as I speak, and it's really cool. I enjoyed it, and I honestly stumbled upon it because I was bored and I was looking for something to do, and I'm like, well, might as well make some it looked like a fun app. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have for my Gaming for Dummies. A few things. I guess we're moving into the movie. Can we just call this movie, and can we just call this miscellaneous for dummies? I think we should call this section miscellaneous for dummies.
What, the movie section?
We call it Moviefone. We could call our new section Moviefone. There you go. Oh, I'm a terrible joke maker. I'm sorry, Chris. So apparently Star Wars episode, the next one, the Disney one, the fake Star Wars coming out now, will take place 30 years after Return of the Jedi.
So everybody's pretty much old, dead or old.
They're old, dying, or in the case of R2-D2 and C-3PO, need some desperate software updates.
Yes.
So that was pretty much.
I'm looking at.
And it hits theaters in 2015, and I wanted to go see the Lego movie. I don't know if I mentioned this on. Did I mention this on the last show that I actually saw the Lego movie?
You did.
Amazing. Went to see it in 3D. Amazing. I like Legos. It's fun. I'm a kid. I'm 12. I'm a 12-year-old little girl on the inside. We all know this. And that's pretty much what I have for Gaming for Dummies today. What else do you have for today's show, Darren?
Hold on a second. Yeah. Okay, now my turn.
It's Darren's turn.
All right, now this one, Watchdog, is one of those PS4 games that him and I are pretty much can't wait for it to come out.
What's Watchdog? Is it a dog that you can watch stuff with?
No, it's that GTA.
I'm really just I'm being dumb here because the show is Tech for Dummies.
It's that GTA style movie or video game. Hopefully YouTube will let me play the trailer. I'll see if I get the trailer for it. It's a GTA style video game, like I said. It's for the PS4 and the new Xbox One, and it looks pretty good for what I like. And I like that type of game. Oh yeah, and also they got your old versions for Xbox 360 and the PS3. It's going to be about $60, and it's coming out in May.
Really? That's
27th.
Interesting. I'm not going to buy Watch Dogs, but
I might buy that, and might buy. I still haven't got GTA 5 out.
I have GTA 5. I almost sold it. Didn't get. I was cash strapped last week, so I almost sold it, but I was able to make enough cash on other things. So it's like, yes, don't have to sell this game. Woohoo! Don't have to sell. Do we have anything else for today's show?
Titanfall.
What is that, sir?
That new game, kind of like Halo. It's a very popular game this month because it's really good. Another really good game. Another one would.
Game so nice, you got to say the title twice.
Yeah.
It's like Goose Goose.
Goose Goose games.
I'm a terrible joke maker.
It's one of these that came out for PC. All platforms: PC, Xbox, PS3, and 1 and 4. And it's kind of like a, Halo type of deal where you're.
Okay, that looks interesting. Oh, it looks a lot like Halo. It's like Halo mixed with Stormtroopers.
Yeah. It's very, very neat, cool. I would take the money and buy this one too. And I don't really like buying video games that much. And this one, I would love to play this one. Also, my recommendation for this month for movie is the Muppet movie, because all you guys know, I am a huge... Can I smack him now or later? I'm a huge Muppet fan for all those that are out there that know me.
What are the Muppets? I'm just kidding. I'm not that young.
Louise.
It actually looks rather entertaining, believe it or not.
It's the Muppet Most Wanted, where you join the gang. They go out to London, and they get Kermit gets kidnapped, and their frog that they replaced Kermit is actually a bad person, and they don't know it until the end of the movie or towards.
So are you gonna go see it?
Oh, I'm going to see this.
So when does it come out?
Friday.
So you'll have a review of that on our next Tech for Dummies, right?
Yeah, I'll have a review for that one.
All right. So is there anything else that we really need to talk about today? I think we've covered it all.
Pretty much it.
So I think it's
30 minutes.
I think it's my turn while I have class tonight, and I have to run back up to Enosburg to pick somebody up, believe it or not. So, would you mind doing our sign off, sir?
Okay. As always, thanks for watching. Please watch us on at Tech for Dummies 1 at blogger.com and WordPress 1. Remember that you can always watch us on YouTube. On Tech for Dummies 1 and WordPress 1, I'll be leaving the show notes there. As always, thanks for watching. Dustin?
And I'm Dustin Tanner, the best dummy in the bunch, and I will see you next month if I make it there. Have a great month, everybody.
Bye.